New York show. I am Michael Pinter, where I teach you how to start flipping and wholesaling houses, or if you're already doing how to grow your business. I usually open the lockbox. Oh, I'm at a house at 14 West Clinton Avenue in Roosevelt, and this should be a good one, although I still got to do some work to it. I'm in contract to sell it, but a bunch of crap has come up that I got to take care of. I also promised the buyers that I would do some work to it, so I'm doing that. If I can get the lockbox open, that'll be good without showing everybody my code. That would be nice too. It's really a two-handed job. 1 second. Put it right there. That stay. Second. Okay, go. So we're gonna go in. It's a cape. Bought it from a family member who had a family member that was living here and was like, let me turn around. Was renting out all the rooms. So like every room here, he was living in one room. I don't know if he was living here, but he was renting out all the rooms. But it was in pretty good shape. Kitchen's pretty good. He had rented out. Okay. The bedroom here and a bedroom here, and then let's go up and then we'll go down. Poor wireless connection. I'm in a house in a populated area. I think I'm just going to go into that. I think I'm going to go into the car and just talk about the house. That didn't work. Tried to lock it. Basically, let me talk about the story. So again, the owners lived out of town. They had I think a relative. I don't know if it was a son, a grandson, a nephew, same last name as the owners, who was living here, was basically raping the place. He was a hoarder. The place was disgusting. Tons of crap all over outside the house. Inside it was pretty clean, ironically, because he rented, I think, three of the bedrooms and the basement. He was renting separately. So they didn't want to be the bad guys, so they sold it to me at a significant discount. I bought it in the mid-3s. I'm in contract to sell for the mid-5s. Had to do a little bit of work, and I had a lot of interest in taxes and holding costs because it took forever. But I mean, it should be a grand slam deal. I should make over 100 grand on it, I hope. Although you never know that until we're done. So I got to take care of a bunch of issues that came up. Municipal issues, maybe whatever issues that I got to deal with, and then repairs that I have to make for the seller that I agreed to, which I'm in the process of doing. So you know, the story when you deal with a property like this is you hope it's not going to take long. But when I bought it during the pandemic and there was a moratorium involved, where I knew I couldn't evict anyone during that time, I knew it was going to take time. It did take a lot longer than it should have, even after the moratorium ended. I actually came to an agreement with the family member, and I paid him to leave, but the tenant in the basement jerked me around for a long time, and in the end I didn't give him any money, but he kept me you know, on my prevented me from doing a lot of the work that I wanted to do for a while. Then he left. He actually left the place in good shape, which is good. Sometimes they leave and they really rip it to shreds. So that's a good thing that he left it in good shape, but it took a long time. I may end up owning this for 2 years. That's 2 years of interest, 2 years of taxes, 2 years of, not 2 years of utilities, because I didn't pay the utilities till he left, but you know, a bunch of utilities and all this other bullshit and things I had to take care of. So it's a lot of money, right? But with $200,000 spread, you know, I think on a property where I'm buying in the mid-3s, I'm going to make money. I'm going to make a lot of money on that each time. Sometimes though, like I had a property in Smithtown where there was like a $100,000 spread, but it was a much bigger price point. I bought it for $550 and I sold it for $650. That one I hardly made any money on. So it's harder. Obviously, it's easier when the price points are smaller because the interest is smaller. Usually, the taxes are smaller, but it's not always the case. So it's important to understand. Here's the house if you want to see it. It's a you know, it's a yellow cape. It's something special, but it's in a good, well, decent part of Roosevelt, and there is a tremendous demand now for affordability. So if you can sell something in the 4s and the 5s, certain areas in the 6s, there just is not a lot of that in Nassau County, right? And not a lot of that in Suffolk County either. So if you can keep things low and you're selling affordability, you're going to do well. And the reason why you're going to do so well is because when people talk about the interest rates went up. Interest rates went up, and what that took for a lot of buyers is it took them from a situation where they were going to buy a $700,000 house, and now they're looking at a $500,000 or $600,000. In other words, their affordability reduced, and they're going to the lower priced areas. So the areas in Long Island where you can sell something for $400,000 or $500,000, those areas are doing very, very well, right? People aren't talking about it. The areas that are going, you know, over $1 million are going for less, because there are less people that can afford that, and even people that could afford it are thinking twice about doing it because they think people have this absurd idea that interest rates are going to go down to 3%. They're probably never going to go down to 3%. That was a crazy thing. We're actually in a normal interest rate environment now. 6.5% is very normal, right? Anywhere between 5 and 7% is very, very normal. If you get below 5%, that's a really good interest rate. But people think that rates are going to go back to 3. Probably won't. So I think I should do well with this. I hope I close within the next month. I hope I close in May. I got to get a bunch of things done before that. But I'm continuing this series of looking at houses that I'm working on because people like it, and I might as well show you some of the houses. I personally don't like it, but I'm doing it for you, and the purpose of this channel is to help you and answer any questions you have. So I hope this was helpful. If you're interested in all the ways I can help you, go to howtoflipnewyork.com or learntoflipandwholesale.com. If you are watching on YouTube, please subscribe. If you're watching on any media channel, please click the thumbs up. The likes really help the algorithm that let more people see my videos. A lot more people seeing my videos, so thank you for everyone liking, everyone watching. I post 5 times a week. I don't always know what to say. I need a lot of questions, so keep questions coming. They don't have to be about the video you're watching. They can be about anything. And if it's something simple, I'll just reply with an answer. If it's something that I've covered at least recently, I'll send you a link to a video. And if it's something that I haven't covered in a long time or I've never covered, I will do a brand new video on it. So thank you very, very much for watching.